goes to show that performance at Newcastle was all bollocks. It was all about conserving energy. I guess with the date as well, we shouldn't have been too concerned. Bearing in mind it was the 19th of the 5th, 2012, when of course we lifted the Champions League. And of course 1905 are very, very important numbers for us, because that's when we were formed as a football club. So the gods were on our side. Tremendous performance. Thibaut Courtois was absolutely superb in goal, and I guess Antonio Conte was right bringing him in instead of Willy Caballero, bearing in mind that Willy had played throughout most of the FA Cup games and all of them. And off the back three, spot on. He went for experience. At Gary Cahill, I thought was brilliant. Antonio Rudiger got man of the match. He was superb, wasn't he? Sage Raspberry-Quetta, they were just solid. I just thought, man for man, we were fantastic. I thought Olivier Giroud got the nod over Morata up top. That was another concern of mine. And I thought Giroud led the line superbly, winning all the aerial battles and, using his power and strength. And I thought Bakayoko was good. I think, let's be honest, he's been getting better and better towards the end of the season. Certainly playing how he was at the beginning. And it just looked the real deal out there, A lot of people have said that it wasn't a great final. It wasn't a fantastic final, but I thought it was enthralling. I thought we definitely had the better of the first half, and I thought we were even more composed. I know Man United came into it, and of course we're always going to get a spell in the game where they put a bit of pressure on us. But I thought when we had the ball, it's almost like we had a plan and they didn't. It looked very disjointed. It was almost like chuck it in, and of course they made a lot of substitutions, towards the end. The only thing that worried me a little bit, I've got to be honest with you, I don't know if any of you guys out there thought the same thing, was 5 minutes from the end when he took off Giroud and he took off Hazard, and I was thinking, you know what, if Man United actually do manage to get a goal, and let's be honest, they could have with Pogba. That was a glorious chance for them, which they obviously messed up, thank goodness. But if they do manage to nick an equaliser and it goes into extra time, that's a terrible move, that is, because we'd have to go into extra time with those two massively influential players who I thought were absolutely superb. In fact, Claude called it absolutely right, because it was all about Eden Hazard. The way he took that ball down before he went on that run. And also, I thought there should have been a red card there, You talk about intent. Well, what's intent? He took the man's legs away. He obviously was stopping a goal-scoring opportunity. I thought our supporters were more up for it on the day. I thought our fans were brilliant, actually. And I thought Man United fans were absolutely woeful. Not just because they disappeared really, really quick right at the end, but it was just during the game. It was all Chelsea. All you could hear was Chelsea, and we got our just rewards because, as I say, the lads pulled it off, and we end the season with glory. And so for a bad season, our under-18s have won the quad, women have won the League and Cup double, and we've ended the season all right with no Champions League football, but we won the FA Cup, and we won all cup competitions all the way down, from under-18s and the women, and then obviously the men. So it's a great way to end the season. I say now, I've got months now without any football. I know it's the World Cup and all that, but it's not the same, is it? Let's be honest. And let's just hope whatever happens, with whatever decision we make the right one, and we need to invest. We need to invest, get some more quality in alongside the good players that we have got. In the last 4 years, we've been champions twice, so we've got good players. We just need to add to it anyway. So a great way to win, fantastic. And we equal Spurs' 8 now. There's nothing now that they can actually say to us. We have a superior record over them all over the place. We've recorded our 8th FA Cup win, fantastic.
Hello guys, how you doing? It's me, Sammy, and we just won the FA Cup. I don't know how we pulled that off. We had such a bad Premier League start. Even the season, we lost in the Charity Shield. We ended poorly in the Premier League against Newcastle, losing 3-0 down. And against a big team, Mourinho, who doesn't lose finals, we somehow got a clean sheet and we somehow pulled off. I just can't believe it. I actually feel like Huddersfield, when they knew they wasn't getting relegated, and then all just Chelsea fans and Stamford Bridge was just looking at him. I actually feel like that. I feel like a small team getting beat by a big team. That's how shocked I am. All season I'm very realistic with my previews. I'm never positive, really. I'm always negative, and I think it's fair enough to be like that because we've had such a poor season, so I don't think anyone can blame me. And most times I got the scores right or close. So sorry, I don't always want to be negative, so don't think I'm just like that. I'm just a realistic person. I don't want to be deluded like some other people are. In terms of the game, we beat United with Mourinho's own medicine. I remember with Mourinho, every time we used to attack, we used to concede a lot. When we used to defend, that's when we usually used to win. And it's happened again with Mourinho. United attacked, we defended, parked the bus, I agree with that. And we still won. It's just like, it's his own medicine, isn't it, with Mourinho? I'm very surprised he didn't criticise Chelsea. Because even though he defends every game, he usually gets upset when people defend against him. But he sounded fair in the match conference, so fair play to him. Do United deserve to win? To be honest, they did miss a lot. Pogba missed a stupid header. Courtois was on point. So I can accept, if you say Chelsea got lucky, I can really accept that. I still haven't seen the replay for the offside, but I've heard no one complain about it. So I guess it was an offside goal. But other than that, I'm happy how we defended. I'm happy the way we counter-attacked. I'm a bit disappointed in what Alonso missed at the end, near the end. But other than that, we got a clean sheet. Who cares? We just won the FA Cup. A beautiful way to end a horrible season. So now it's like a successful season. Conte, if he's going, is left with a trophy. And obviously he's left with Chelsea fans singing his name, where it could have been Chelsea hating him for losing 3-0 at Newcastle. So I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for the fans because we deserved that this season. We got so unlucky so many times, and finally the luck went to us. One thing I'm going to talk about that's kind of relevant is the FA ticket prices. Category 2 for £90 for upper tier for juniors is an absolute joke. I understand season tickets get priority, so they got all the cheap tickets quick, even though they're not even cheap. So I do understand that. But if the stadium is only selling 58,000 club tickets, so half that for Chelsea side, there's not many cheap ones available. I was lucky enough to sit in Club Wembley, and the reason why I'm not happy with where I sat, I was around with people just having a day out. I was next to West Ham fans, neutral fans, just no one cared really about the match. I know it sounds like I'm a hypocrite because I sat there, but I made it obvious I supported Chelsea. I was still cheering when Hazard scored, etc. So it was obvious I'm a Chelsea fan, so I made my presence represent Chelsea and worthwhile, while everyone was just dead silence, just watching the game like a day out, just too excited to be in Wembley. But the reason why I'm angry is, how can they cut club seats for sponsored seats? It is just an absolute joke. In my opinion, I would personally, I'm not trying to say Wembley all stadiums shouldn't do hospitality, sponsor seats, etc. I do understand the reason why they do that, but I do believe a small portion should be for the most important people, so the representatives of the Emirates or Wembley people should get their sponsor seats, and then I believe a draw for other sponsor companies to get the other to get the remaining tickets, if they're fans of the game. For example, I saw loads of people who worked for EE where I sat, and I think if they support Chelsea United, they should be entered in the draw, and then put down less seats. Just put less seats for sponsors, because the tickets were free, so they're not making any profit. So it's not like it's gonna be a bad thing if they sell more seats to clubs, but it's just disgusting. Upper tier, £115 and £90 for juniors, disgusting. Thing is, I'm not against the FA. When people buy, they have no reason to put the prices up. If they put the prices will go up, and I know for a fact they will. They go up every year. Chelsea will still sell out, and the opponents, even United, sold out. Both teams will still sell out. So are FA in the wrong? No, we are in the wrong. We need to stop. We need to stop funding them and giving them an excuse to put the prices up. Arsenal has had a bad campaign with Wenger for years, and they never got rid of him. The minute Arsenal fans boycotted Emirates Stadium and stopped going to home games, look what happened this season. They got rid of him. Because they do, the club would not make money without the fans coming, and it puts a lot of pressure onto the players that no one would want to play for Arsenal, no one would want to stay at Arsenal. And that's what, as a country, English fans or British fans need to do. We need to stand against the FA. And I'm challenging Chelsea and Man City fans in the Charity Shield this summer to
I hope
boycott.
you enjoyed the programme. Don't forget to subscribe to Chelsea SW6. And if you're interested, please take a look at my website. That's www.paulcannavillefoundation.com. Hey, look forward to seeing you at the bridge. Catch up.